Youth hockey really plays a major role in everything we do, from the college level, professional level, all the way down through the ranks. So it's very important to the community. Well, I think it's one of the best tools that we have to, instill character and lifetime traits into our young people. And, that carries through right to the community with the involvement of, not only parents, but everybody following youth hockey. And it's building on the whole culture of the city and the community. And it offers opportunities for kids to grow and grow up the right way. And like I said before, develop those great character traits. Well, I grew up in New Brighton, Minnesota, and started playing youth hockey, and that's where this all started. I was lucky enough to be inducted into the Wisconsin Hockey Hall of Fame a few years ago, and my speech there was based on starting out in youth hockey. And in the old days, we had a rink down the block, and we skated down the road, put our skates on at home, skated down the road, sparks flying, and went down and played hockey, as long as we could until it got dark. And the last person to leave the outdoor rink shut the lights off on the pole and skated home, and your feet were frozen when you got home. Put them by the register, heat register, and they'd thaw out. You'd have tears in your eyes, but you couldn't wait to do it again. So, that's where I think the love of the game, especially hockey, starts, with youth hockey and opportunities for young kids to play the game. And that's where I developed my love for the game. And I kind of progressed through that. I was a player, played through the high school, junior, college ranks. Started as a youth hockey coach when I was in high school helping out. In college, continued that a little bit. Became a high school assistant coach, was a high school head coach, a junior coach in the United States Hockey League, and a general manager, a college assistant coach, and now a college head coach. And I've been doing this for a long time. And really, like I said, it all started, the love of the game started as a youth hockey player. And I've been so lucky to have a career, and that's all I've done in my entire adult life, is be involved in hockey. Well, I think you love to play the game, and you play as long as you can, whether it's a talent level that you have or injuries or whatever it may be. And then that ends, and you want to stay involved, and I think it's the competitive nature of the game that you're involved in, and it's being around players and teams and building teams and going through the ups and downs and the emotions. And that's why it's it's such a valuable lesson for players as they grow, but as coaches too. Once you're involved, and it gets in your blood, and it's hard to leave, and it's been a tremendous career for me. Well, as I said, as a youth hockey player, a lot of it was playing outside and inside. But, again, it's the relationships that you make. And thinking back, you think of the impact that the coaches had. For me, it was maybe 50 years ago.
Sure.
Or 40 years ago. But you still remember the coaches. You still remember things that they said. And, a coach has such an impact on youth players. And I've teach some classes on coaching and stuff here at the university, and one of the things that I read was a coach in 1 year makes more of an impact on youth than the average person does in a lifetime. Wow. So they have a huge impact, and coaches have a huge responsibility because they have that much impact on kids. Everything, I think, like I said earlier, is developed, by being part of a team. It teaches responsibility, it teaches accountability, it teaches kids to deal with emotions, how to handle their emotions, winning, losing, frustrations. Everything doesn't always go your way. It's just the whole thing it steamrolls, and it goes and it goes, but it's a lifetime traits that you carry over. Being on time, accepting a role. We can't all be the leading scorer on our team, but we can find a role where we can contribute to the success of our team. And that's important when you put teams together. So, there's so many things that we get out of youth sports, but, I think we all have, no matter what the sport, we have memories for the rest of our lives, and we build those friendships and memories, but really it's the lifetime traits that carry over. It's like anything. If you're going to be good at something, it's about repetition and doing things over and over and over and over and over until you get good at it. But the best thing about hockey is it's such a challenge on a daily basis, where you're trying to handle a puck, you're trying to skate. And I think most kids that are involved in a lot of different sports, they always come back to hockey because just of that challenge and how interesting practices are and how exciting they are. So, every time you step on the ice, it's a new challenge. And like I said, I've been doing this all my life, and my dad told me one time, he was a construction worker, and he always told me it's a lot easier putting on skates than it is work boots. Sure. And as far as the ice time, USA Hockey has so many good programs that can help coaches and get them in the right direction. And probably the most important thing is that the kids enjoy themselves, that they have fun. Yes, we want to organize practices and we want the players to get better, but they will get better if they're having fun. And then I think the ultimate goal for an individual practice is when they leave at the end of the day, that they have their smile on their face and they can't wait to get back the next day and do it again.